welcome to Council Chat. I am Scott Grooms. I'm here with Mike Covert. This time we are starting a new show to basically let the councilmen come on and talk about issues that are concerning their district. And again, Mike Covert is our guest today. Thank you for being our first Council Chat person.
Awesome. I appreciate you having me here. I love seeing what the County Channel is doing, and you all are remarkable, and we appreciate the job you all are doing.
Well, thank you, and thank you for joining us once again. Tell us, first of all, for those who don't know, what district do you serve?
I represent the 7th District. I like to say that I represent all of Beaufort County, as all members do, but I live in the 7th District, and that's basically the Buckwalter, Pritchardville areas of the greater Bluffton area. Some of my district is also part of the town of Bluffton. The majority of my district, which is the largest population district in the county, has a lot of gated communities and other communities, as well as the new growth spurt or the growth area of Bluffton, the Sea Turtle Cinemas area, as well as the new Washington Square, all of the new hospital. That's all in the 7th District.
And that's a quickly, like you said, a quickly growing area of the county. And with that, I guess one of the issues, traffic. I mean, with growth, obviously comes traffic.
Right. Traffic is a concern of people that live, work, and play in the 7th District. And, fortunately, we have good roads. One of the things that I probably didn't have anything to do with, but it happened during my term, which is ending, is that the main arteries, 170, Buckwalter Parkway, Bluffton Parkway, May River Road, in my district have all been repaved and as they were coming up, and we got that pushed through. But traffic in general is a concern, and we have to stay on top of that, make sure that our roads are in the condition that our drivers and guests can drive in and out of quickly and efficiently, and stay on top of it with the engineering department, both here in the county and SCDOT.
Now, along with traffic, right now we're talking about recycling, convenience centers and such.
Right.
Where do you think we're going with this?
Well, we are in conversation in the county council in different committees about whether we need to close convenience centers because of either cost to rehabilitate to keep up with current standards, or some other reasons. Personally, I believe that I have 2 convenience centers in my district: the Simmonsville transfer station, or what will be a transfer station, and then the Gibbet Road, what I refer to as the dump. But that convenience center is widely used from a lot of people. We need to go to, I think we're moving towards a decal system to keep contractors out, people that don't live here out, that are coming from Georgia or whatever. We see a lot of C&D waste, that contractor and or construction and disposal, that we need to keep that out, because solid waste, we're running out of space. We have grown to 200,000 people in the county. We need to transition into more efficient means of eliminating and getting rid of solid waste.
Do you see opportunities for public input to happen with this?
Absolutely. With anything we do, we should always look to the community for their input. I know I personally, through town halls and so forth, I want to hear what's on their mind, because as I say, throughout my term, this isn't about me, and it's not about any other council member. This is about you, the taxpayer. We are your voice, and we should listen. So we're going to have a lot of input across the county on convenience centers.
Some other issues that are occurring in your district, economic development. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Our district is unique when it comes to economic development because there's not a lot of open land left. But places like Buckwalter Place, Washington Square, which is new, and the Sea Turtle Cinemas area is, as I mentioned earlier, is a growth center that both Beaufort County and the town of Bluffton specifically have identified. Evacor is in the Buckwalter Place, the new St. Joseph's Hospital, St. Joseph's Candler. There are new industries. The majority of them are either tech or very high-paying, very highly educated industries like that we can attract to the 7th District. That's what's going to fit there. Biomedical, we have a lot of medical places that are coming in. So, smokestacks, not so much. Tech and medical, pharmaceutical possibly, absolutely. The 7th District is prime for that.
What are some of the other issues that you'd like to talk about today?
Well, when I listen to folks in the 7th District, almost anywhere you go, because this district has some of the most affluent neighborhoods, and we also have some neighborhoods that, there are people who have been here for generations. Completely diverse, but they all seem to want to talk about overdevelopment. And they're concerned about that. I am concerned about that. The majority of the development in the 7th District right now, because part of it is unincorporated county, and a big majority is the town of Bluffton. Most of the development that is happening is in the town of Bluffton's jurisdiction. So they have jurisdictional control over permitting, zoning, and so forth. Now, we have a great reputation and rapport back and forth. So I consult with my colleagues in the town of Bluffton. Things over there economically are moving in just a tremendous fashion. But we do need to keep in mind that what do we want the 7th District, or what do we want Beaufort County to look like as we move into the next 5 and 10 years? What happens in the 7th District is completely different than what happens in the Sheldon or the 1st District. No questions asked. And that's very simple and very, very obvious. But we do need to step back and say, what do we want it to look like? And fortunately, the town of Bluffton, their representatives, council folks, and at least I can only speak for myself, we work very well together in sharing those concerns.
Now, one of the issues that always comes up is affordable housing. Mm-hmm. Where do you stand?
Well, with affordable housing, my first belief is that the government doesn't need to be in that business, and that's my political beliefs. Now, there are there are avenues that the government can do that will allow for the private industry, the private builder and developer, to build that. And how do we do that? We do that by getting rid of the tying their hands on impact fees, all of the other building fees. When you're across the board, if you're going to build, because land costs what it costs. Beaufort County is a popular place. They're getting prime dollars for it, and I don't begrudge anyone of that. But if the land's going to cost what it costs, and you still want to be able to supply attainable housing or affordable housing, you've got to cut back on some of the cost to that builder. And we do that through the Affordable Housing Trust Fund and other ways to pay those impact fees. Inclusionary zoning is being talked about. Again, my personal belief is the government needs to stay out of that. That's not a government function. A lot of people want to make the government be the end-all, do-all, be-all. And I don't think that's what the Constitution was for.
Gotcha. Well, Councilman Covert, we're all out of time. Again, thank you for joining me here today.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time on Council Chat.